For some of us, the knowledge of dinosaurs runs as deep as Lake Azoo, the shallowest lake in the world. So, not very deep. And some of us are the modern Rosses, always using the paleontology knowledge to bore their friends to extinction. Pun obviously intended. But if you somehow missed the 21st century and the 20th century, or are a baby, let us explain what a dinosaur is. They were huge lizard-like creatures, and we're obsessed with them because we like gore, history, and monsters. So whether you are the Ross, the Rachel, or the metaphorical baby, come and join us as we travel through dark forests and creepy monsters to explore the era of dinosaurs in the latest episode of Explained, the Rise and Fall of Dinosaurs. Make sure you subscribe. You might become a know-it-all, but on the bright side, we will make you a scientist. In the beautiful year of 1802, a large carcass of a lizard-type organism was found. The paleontologist who discovered it was baffled. It had a bone structure different from any other creature in the world. He named it Dinosauria, which means terrible lizard. Later, they were deemed to be the most direct ancestors to modern birds. In fact, when dinosaurs were classified further, it was found that birds were the only remaining link to one of these dinosaurs. But how do dinosaurs come to be? To discover that, we go way back, when there was a huge extinction phase before dinosaurs came into being. Huge like wiped out 96% of marine species, according to Wikipedia. That was when a small, two-clawed predator popped out, and we named it dinosaur. Of course, like all the interesting facts in science, this may not be true. There are bones found that are actually older than the bones of that of small predatory dinosaurs, but they are absolutely shattered, so there is no way to determine if these were dinosaurs yet. I mean, if you keep watching our videos, you're going to become smart enough to figure that one out. I suppose by now you've learned that we don't know exactly who the ancestors of these dinosaurs were. Even the small predator had to come from somewhere. We just don't know that somewhere. Turns out discovering exactly what went on 250 million years ago isn't easy. So what was the time of these dinosaurs like? Well, dinosaurs were the most dominant animals on Earth during the Mesozoic era, a fancy word we give to 250 million to 66 million years ago. Dinosaurs came when Pangea started to break out. Yeah, we don't remember 7th grade history either, so let us explain what was Pangea. It was basically all the continents as we know and slightly love today were all joined together. These are one of the facts that will make you wish you were living in Mesozoic era. The other being that there were no student loans, and on the bright side, we have showers. So choke on that, Pangea. So the first dinosaur has distinctly bird-like skeletons, and they were one of the weaker species at the time. Then they decided enough is enough and had a Captain American-ish transformation where they went from the underdog to the most dominant species. This happened in the Jurassic period. This became the most famous of these history periods solely because of Chris Pratt. The Jurassic period came 56 million years after the first dinosaur emerged. During this time, Pangea had broken up into continents, which meant that a lot of different dinosaurs evolved in different ways. Some areas, for example, went from deserts to lush forest, which meant that dinosaur bodies completely changed accordingly. This was the time when dinosaurs actually became huge and the most dominant species, like humans today, but they were less violent. In fact, one of these dinosaurs is the biggest animal to ever walk the earth. You may have seen them in movies. The huge ones with giraffe-like necks, they are named sauropods. They have bloated trunks and were four-legged. And they could have had mohawks or 2012 Justin Bieber hairdos, but will unfortunately never know because hair rots away. Their necks were 40 to 50 meters high, and it suggested that they might actually have hearts in their necks to help pump the blood. They were so big that a grown man could walk upright beneath them, and they were herbivores. How sweet is that? If a human being became a 5-story building, you bet he'll turn into a cannibal. To be fair to mankind, though, just because these dinosaurs were herbivores doesn't mean they wouldn't Hulk smash you. Unfortunately, the Jurassic period ended with a minor mass extinction event. Then came the Cretaceous period, which we thought was called Cretaceous period, because we are entirely too obsessed with Chris Pratt, as one would be. It was during this time that the things we adore today came into being, like bees and grass, and a 40-feet-tall meat-eating machine. That's right, this was the age of the most famous dinosaur, the mighty T.rex. There's a very good reason why it's so popular. Reason being that it was vicious. The T.rex was the biggest meat-eating predator to ever exist, and could very easily eat 500 pounds of meat in a single bite. It ate bones because it had no patience to tear the meat off. In pop culture, it becomes a symbol of strength and plain awesomeness. But like all good things, it came to an end. Like right after 2 million years. This period actually ended with another mass extinction, this time because of a comet. This comet was thrown in front of the sun, and bear with us, because the following events sound like a sci-fi movie plot, but all of it's true. So the sun was blocked, and plants died, which caused animals who ate plants to die, which caused animals who ate animals to die. The only creature living were the ones that ate dirt, for fun and for profit. And dinosaurs were too proud to eat dirt, so they died out. Okay, that's a vastly simplified explanation, and possibly inaccurate. Because really, no one knows why dinosaurs all died. Theories suggest disease, ash from volcanic eruptions, and just, food shortage. Generally, scientists do agree that it happened after the comet event, but they all argue about what happened next. So, this was the extinction of one of the most fascinating creatures to ever exist. This event is given the name K-T mass extinction. Here you go, the summary of the dino era. Now it's your turn to bless us with your knowledge and present your theory. How do you think dinosaurs all died? Comment below, and we'll pin the best one. Make sure you like this video and share it with all your friends, family members, and mortal enemies. Please subscribe to our videos, and we will not rest until you become an intellectual know-it-all nerd. I hope you enjoyed your time with us. We'll catch you on the next episode of Explained. It has been a pleasure and a blast.